Recall from the last video that there are two steps for reading an element's content. We first find the element, then read its content. We've already seen how to find an element. Once we've found that element, there are numerous ways to read an element's content, depending on what we want. Here is an example paragraph element. Notice the child span element and the extra spaces around the and. Here is the code to find the element using a query selector. We can then display its content using several element properties. The innerHTML property gets the raw HTML of the element, just as we have in our HTML file. Here is the result in the console. Notice that it displays the span element tags and our extra spacing. The innerText property gets the text content of the element as it is displayed in the browser. Here is the result in the console. Since the browser ignores extra white space, it doesn't display the extra space around the and, nor does it display the span tags. Text content gets the text content of the element as we have it in our HTML. In the console, it displays the extra spaces. But since it's only getting text, it doesn't display the span element. Value gets the value of the element and is often used with controls such as input elements. The paragraph element does not have a value in this example, so it displays as undefined in the console. We'll get the value of an input element in the upcoming demo. Now let's walk through how to read a value from an input element. We'll create and then find the guess input element and read its user-entered value. Once again, we are back in VS Code with our Guess a Number folder open on the left, looking at the index.js file, and our page is running in the browser on the right with the developer tools open. Notice that we don't yet have any input elements on our page. We'll start by adding some additional elements. In the HTML file, let's give our body element a class of page container so we can style it. Just below the opening main tag, we'll add an H1 heading. Let's play a numbers game. Then a paragraph element with instructions. Guess a number between 1 and 20. Next, we add a div element. Inside the div element, we add a label. Enter your guess. Then add an input element with a type of number. And we know we'll want to find this input element, so let's give it an ID of guess input. That doesn't look great. Let's add some styling. If you don't already have the style sheet open, open Explorer and double-click on the style.css file. Then close Explorer for more space. Let's style the page element. We gave it a class of page container, so we can define a selector for the class. Don't forget the dot in the front to define the selector as a class selector. We'll give it a font family stack, including Arial, and let VS Code add the rest of the stack. We'll set font size to extra large to better see it in the video. We'll give it a width of 90% of the screen, so we have extra white space. And we'll make the margin 0 auto, so it has 0 top and bottom margin, and auto left and right to center it on the page. That looks better. Next, let's style the H1 element within the page container. Page container space H1, curly braces, color :green. Even though our page font is larger, when typing into the text box, the text is still small. Let's fix that by styling the input element within the page container. Page container space input, curly braces, font size: extra large. And lastly, let's center the guess button within the width of our game. Looking at the index.html file, in the div element around the button, let's add a class of button container. Back to the style sheet, we'll set button container, curly braces, text align: center. Looking at the browser, it's looking like a game. Now we want to read the value from our new input element. What do we do first? If you said find the element, you are right. Looking at the index.html file, our input element has an ID of guess input. So we can use getElementById to find the element. In the index.js file, we'll add our JavaScript. But first, let's clean up some of the content here we no longer need. We'll later want the reference to our guest button, so we'll leave that. But we can delete the getElements by class name, since we're using the getElementById to find our button. Then, after the code that locates the button, we'll add a constant that references our found input element. We'll name the constant guessInput and assign it to document.getElementById guessInput. Now that we have a reference to the element, we can get the value of the element. Let's add a console.log with a descriptive string, then display guessInput.value. Looking at the browser, we expect our input value is initially blank. If we type a number into the input element, the message in the console doesn't change. That's because the main flow of our code runs from top to bottom when the page is loaded, and then it's done. The code doesn't know that it should wait to get the value till the user clicks the Guess button. We need a way for the JavaScript code to get a notification that the button was clicked, and then read the value of the input element. We'll do that next. For now, let's leave our VS Code and browser up and go back to the slides. So, once we found an HTML element, we can read its contents. Use innerHTML to get the HTML content of the element, including any child element tags. InnerText gets the text content of the element as it is displayed in the browser. This might sound like a good option, but this can have performance implications because it requires that the browser determine how the text appears. Use textContent to access an element's raw text content. It includes any whitespace and line breaks from the HTML. But this is often a good choice when reading the textual content of an element, such as the text from a button. Use value to access an element's value, such as the user-entered value of an input element. But we often want to wait to read an element's value until something happens, like a click on a Guess button. Let's look at how to respond to actions next. Before you move on, please like and subscribe.